Olschi, and I guess you can consider me an unsuccessful artist. At least I can't live off my art, unless I ate it. There is a lot of great advice out there on how to get commissions, on how to grow your followers on Instagram, how to get more clients in general, or even how to land a job with a studio. Basically on how to become a successful artist. This advice is usually given by people who already did achieve a lot and they know what they're talking about. And it's great, it's out there. Nowadays you can learn almost everything simply by Googling it. The information is given to pretty much anyone who has an internet access. So anyone can strive to be successful. You just have to put the work into it. Work. A lot of work. Do the research. Don't give up. Keep going. Beat the algorithm. Keep going. Even on the weekend. Even on public holiday. It's your passion after all. You will make it. You will make it. But will you? Okay, this video started on a not so positive note, so let's turn it around. First of all, the sun is shining. Spring is finally here, so let's go outside. In his show Make Happy, Bob Burnham, my favorite comedian, said, "If you can live your life without an audience, you should do it." It struck a bell with me. I asked myself, why do I want to be a well-known artist? What would it mean if I actually became one? What would I gain from it? I started rethinking why I'm doing art. And I haven't found a conclusion yet, but I realized how important it is to see the whole picture. Not just waiting for things to happen, but enjoy what we have now. So in this video I wanted to talk about the perks of being an unsuccessful artist. Well, unsuccessful is actually not quite the right word. Let's say an unknown artist. I did a short comic about it a while ago, but in this video I want to go a little bit more into detail. I hope to share and gain some insight with other unknown artists out there and hopefully motivate you. At the point of recording I have 74 subscribers on YouTube. So on a global scale, I might just as well be talking to myself. But let's say I do become famous at some point, and then I make a video about the perks of being an unknown artist. Wouldn't that be kinda dishonest? I prefer to make this video now, when I'm actually unknown. I want to capture this moment. And if I end up helping someone to see things more positively, well, then I gain more than I could ever hope for. So let's talk about the perks of being an unknown artist. Number one, you don't suffer from the imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is when artists, usually artists, think that they did not really deserve the successes that they gained. And even though other people tell them, oh, you're great, you're amazing, you're intelligent, they don't believe it. They think it's either luck or they kind of tricked everyone into thinking that. So they are in this constant fear of being found out as a fraud. So when you are an unknown artist, this does not happen to you. If you do suffer from imposter syndrome, it can be pretty frustrating because you are always doubting yourself. And it might even prevent you from taking on bigger projects because you don't think you deserve the success. So when you are an unknown artist, you don't really suffer from the imposter syndrome because no one is telling you that you're the professional. People are usually aware that you don't have enough experience or that some projects might be too much for you. So you don't really constantly question yourself whether you deserved something you did or not, because you actually look forward to any new projects you get, because it is kind of always just a step forward. I don't know what an imposter syndrome feels like, but I'm kind of glad I don't suffer from it. Number two, you can treat each order individually. So when you get orders, you can reply to each email individually, you can cut out everything specifically to that one order that you got. You don't need to be an expert in Excel or in Word because you just don't have that many orders, and any special wishes, well, you can react to them. But if you do become successful, then you can't just get away with it anymore. If you have tons of orders, then it's pretty much impossible to keep an overview of all the orders if you are not an expert in Excel and Word. And I am definitely not, but I don't have to be, because the orders I get are still pretty manageable. The third perk is that you get to work mostly on your own projects. You hear that a lot from known artists. Because of commissions, they don't get to work on their own projects, the things that they actually care about. But if you are an unknown artist, then all you do is kind of working on your own stuff. So you don't have to worry about commissions that much because you don't get that many. So you are actually kind of already there where the professional artists want to be, in a way. Let's not talk about the money. So it's kind of funny if you think about it. If you are successful, then you want to work on your own projects. But if you are unknown, then you want to work for others. There is really irony in it. This one I personally find really important. You decide how much free time you get. If you work on your own projects, the deadlines you have are also the ones you create. If you don't finish a project on time, then usually it's not the end of the world. So it's okay to spend your precious time on some more important things, like meeting your friends or maybe just even chill out. It's much easier to say, okay, today I'm just gonna relax, or today I'm gonna go out and just discover my city. There's no boss standing over you, waiting for you to finish your work, constantly checking in on you. You're your own boss. Of course, this way it's also much easier to procrastinate, but at least you won't get fired for it. You decide how much you want to work and whether there are more important things for you. Because other things might be worth your attention as well, especially if you want to take care of yourself and kind of live a healthy life, a balanced life. Number 4, you don't have that much to lose. This is the time to experiment and to find yourself. You don't have 1,000 of followers to lose if you decide that you don't want to draw ducks anymore. If you want to draw pandas instead, you can draw pandas. What is more important is that the drawing skills you already gained by drawing all these ducks. So even if you lose some followers, it will be much easier to gain them back because you improved so much by now. And what do numbers matter anyways? You enjoy drawing pandas, draw pandas. Experiment and see what you like best. Because if you draw something just in order to gain the numbers, then what's the point of having these numbers in the first place if you don't enjoy the process? Number 5, mistakes are forgiven more easily, I think. Because I'm not sure what it's like when you're a famous artist, but my guess would be that if you mess up on a much bigger scale. People are criticizing you more harshly. While when you are an unknown artist, then people don't expect you to make everything perfect straight away. If the proportions are not right, it's alright. No one is expecting you to be a professional yet. You're still learning and it's okay to make mistakes, and people usually forgive those more easily. And criticism can be really hard to take. Which brings me to my next point. Hate comments! Yeah, as an unknown artist, you don't really get any. People around you are usually your friends and family, and thus nice to you, mostly. And the haters? Well, they either don't know that you exist, or they don't care enough to post hate comments on your social media. You are not the target of their frustration, and hate comments can be really hard to deal with. Depending on your confidence, they can hit you really hard. I am dreading the moment where I get my first hate comment, because I have no idea how it's gonna affect me. Judging on my past reactions to criticism or just anything negative, I might not be very well equipped for hate comments. But luckily I don't have to think about it now, because all the comments I get are really nice. So thank you guys. So those are the things that I came up with while I was thinking why I'm actually kind of enjoying the situation where I am right now. We live in a world where success is kind of defined by how much money you make. Money and the numbers of your followers is kind of the only quantifiable measurement of success. How can you say how successful you are otherwise? So we tend to concentrate on those instead of thinking why we do the things that we want to do. And of course each situation is different. I don't have a family to take care for, and the money I earn with my part-time job is kind of enough for me to live on. I can only say that I want to spend my days hanging out with my friends because I can afford to go to a cafe and buy a coffee. If I didn't have the money for it, then I could not enjoy my life quite as easily. I sound like I have tons of money. I don't. I don't have much money, but it's enough to pay for rent, for food, and some occasional going out, and even holiday from time to time. But like I said, I only have myself to take care of and no bigger responsibilities like that. So I can't really blame anyone for saying I can't be content with being unsuccessful. I have to make it. So please share your stories with me in the comment section below. What is your opinion on the whole topic? Do you want to be successful? What does success mean to you? I want to hear all of it. So I keep telling myself, if I keep working hard, then one day I will make it. But actually there is no guarantee that hard work will ever pay off. Hard work is not a guarantee for success. I might actually never make it for various reasons. Maybe my art and my stories will never really resonate with many people. Maybe I will simply never have the luck that is needed. And luck is an important component in the process of becoming a successful artist as well. There is simply no way of knowing what the future will bring. So it's important to ask yourself, why do you want to be successful, and what will it mean, and what might be the downsides of it? When I was younger, I couldn't understand how people could be content with an ordinary life. How could you just stop striving for fame and success, just greater things and even money? But right now I'm actually almost at the point where I think, this is actually quite nice. I am creating things that I care about, and I can live a more or less comfortable life. Not many people know about my art, but the people that do are really nice and supportive. And the orders I get are just about enough for me not having to work full-time on the side. A part-time job is enough. I'm not quite there yet, but almost. I'm almost there. And once I reach that point, I don't know. Can I consider myself being successful? Or should I strive for more?